Jehovah.
Neil Armstrong speaking.
Even my pops told me, taught me how to shoot when I was 7. I used to bust shots crazy. I couldn't even.
A little more on the music side. According to the internet, in 2007, you won a mixtape award for.
Yeah. For Warm Fuzzy.
Yeah. Also R&B.
Yeah. Something.
How does that come about from a hip hop DJ? I mean.
Oh well. All right. So I'm definitely a hip hop DJ.
Yeah.
Through and through. I have the opportunity. I have the. What's the good word to use? I have a lot of experience that a lot of people just don't. I was born and raised in New York during the golden era of hip hop, so I was around and got to see everyone from like Slick Rick, Public Enemy, De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest. I got to see them all perform at their height. Back in like '92 was when I was in high school, and that's the age kind of anyway in the States when whatever music you choose when you're like around that age is probably what you end up loving for the rest of your life. And I got to be around all of that stuff, and that being there and being there is different from talking about it. So I remember just witnessing a lot of really historic things and historic groups that would become huge. From Mos Def when he was still with Urban Thermodynamics, to like Supernatural, to people like Jay and everything, Nas. But I've always kind of been like a music head, I think, and that kind of became my thing. Like I have like a moniker, like I'm one of the all-out kings. I can kind of play everything, and I come from a time period when it wasn't like that. If you went to a party in New York City, it was at most hip hop, R&B, and reggae, and that was it. If you went to a house party, all you would hear was house music. Or if you went to a techno party or a rave, all you hear was that. If you went to a drum and bass party, all you would hear was that. It was, separate. It usually wasn't all put together. I can say without doubt that I was one of the earlier adopters of, we try to play everything. Which is why, for some reason, I get called a mashup DJ, which is like, just an incorrect term. I play good music, and I've been able to kind of put together. I'll put together Al Green and Alicia Keys and The Police, and who else would fall in there? Tears for Fears. I could put them all on the same tape, but mix it with the hip hop aesthetic. Because, like I said, I'm a hip hop DJ, and that's kind of what I do. And for some reason, in 2007, I got an award from something called Southern Entertainment Awards. And I was really shocked. Like, I won it for a mixtape I did in 2005. I won it in 2007. Well, of course, I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. I think that's a term. So I was like, okay, sure, you want to give it to me? Why not? But it was very weird because at the time I definitely was an underground DJ. At that point, there was already a separation between your underground, your commercial, your southern hip hop, your conscious hip hop. There was already these divisions, and I fell in one category, but I won an award in an entirely different world. This is all before the Jay-Z stuff. This is before any of that, and it was kind of crazy. And I think it was nice to know that it didn't really matter that people were actually listening to what I did. And not using any preconceived notions of like, oh, he's, he only likes underground stuff, he doesn't like southern stuff, he doesn't like this, and blah, blah, blah. They just heard the CD and were like, wow, this is really good, we're gonna give him something for it.
So as a music head, what new music is bumping on your iPod?
And see, that's a tough one. If you looked at my iPod, you'd be like, this is the most garbage music I've ever heard in my life. It's pretty bad. I wouldn't be surprised if a Britney Spears song is on my iPod. Like, I just kind of, it's the opposite because I spend so much time working with music. Sometimes just to like clear the palette, like I do the exact opposite of what people would think. I really don't have a lot of hip hop on my mix or on my iPods, and I wouldn't really have.
Why not?
I don't know. It's just, you know, I've heard Gangstar 100 times. I can listen to the radio and hear whatever is playing over there, but I probably won't hear like.
So we come
like a Jorge Ben, like a Portuguese folk song. You know, I'm not gonna hear that, or an acoustic version of Hey Ya. I got that on my iPod, or something weirder. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if I got a Lady Gaga song or a Fergie song on there. You know, because it's kind of mindless. You know, and I'm not being disrespectful. It's like different music for different times. You want to hear lyrics, you're not going to listen to like to Gucci Man, really, you know, that's different. You want to hear lyrics, you're going to listen to like your Most Defs and your Commons and your blah, blah, blah. And same thing, when I want to cause a riot, I'm not going to throw like a slow jam, like too close, like Come Close to Me by Common when I need to get people pumped. Like there's a time and place for every type of music. So, I don't know. I do have a relatively diverse musical palette. I mean, there's a band called The Rapture on my iPod, The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly, which I guess all fall under indie rock type stuff. A group called Mike Snow, who does a lot of production for pop groups, but have their own group as well. I'm not very typical, probably. You know, like, I could imagine a lot of people's iPods are similar. You would think that I'd have Stevie Wonder on my iPod, and I probably don't. But I have it up here.
Okay, what's your favorite Adidas sneaker of all time?
Oh man, I mean, you know, I'll go with the shell toes, of course. But I actually, the only sneakers I've been wearing for like the last at least 4 months have been like the Addy Rises. Like they come in like a bunch of different colors. Like the ones you saw, the gray ones. I got like the purple ones. I got the red ones. I got the patent white ones. I got, you know, all these different colors. So they're comfortable. You know, I guess the high top thing is back for me as opposed to low rock and roll. Running sneakers, which I used to do all the time. So if you want current, I'm with the Addy Rise right now. And it doesn't seem like a lot of cats have seen it. Like, you know, you weren't really sure what I was wearing. You know, for some reason it hasn't really caught on. And every time I do rock them, they're like, yo, what are those? Where'd you get those? I want those. So yeah, those are my favorites right now.
Like any sneakers that you really like, apart from Adidas?
Of course, you know, it's weird. I'm actually not a sneakerhead, which you wouldn't think. You'd probably think I was, but it was kind of more like, you know, the chicken and the egg situation. It ended up coming to me, not the other way around. I guess with the type of projects I do, the people who flock to it are people who are forward-thinking. Usually kids our age who are forward-thinking, collect sneakers, collect clothes, collect air bricks and cube bricks and blah 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 bricks and all that stuff, and so my stuff kind of fit in there. And sometimes, more often than not, like people would sometimes pay me in sneakers and be like, well, we don't really have money, but you can have these like dead stock whatevers, and you know, they give them to me. So, you know, just like any sneaker aficionado, you know, can't front on Jordans, can't front on all those. But you won't ever see me wear them. Yeah, what's going on? This is DJ Neil Armstrong, Adidas Global Music Ambassador. Y'all are watching theblaggTV.blogspot.com. Peace.
I do everything, you know, if you specialize in one thing, you know, you really can't